November is a good time to be outside in nature, I think, because, well, you get to appreciate like the end of autumn where everything is sort of like gloomy and brown. Um, Most of the plants have died, but if you're good, you can actually still recognize a lot of the plants and get to see their like late stage seed phases. You know, the birds are more visible now that like all the leaves are kind of obscured. Things are very calm right now. There's not a ton of people outside doing, whatever. It's just a really nice chance to see things in a different way. Alright, we got more white pine here, people. Pinus strobus. So you can see this is a very developed white pine. Each fascicle has a bundle of 5 needles. And just to be clear, needles are leaves. Oh, I see a nest of some sort. See that nest? So you'll often see, lots of piles of these needles underneath the trees at the end of the season. The cones, pretty interesting, very slender, not too long, maybe 3 inches. Oh, and look, here's the male cone. So that male cones are very tiny, and then the female cones are much bigger. They let off the seeds. Here we have milkweed towards the end of its life. You can see it no longer has an inflorescence, but it does have these 2 seed pods, which are very characteristic of milkweed. Sort of oblong. Oh, there's a little spider crawling. You see the spider? So, yeah, you can see on the inside there are these seed pods, which have these little brown ends, and then a bunch of this white feathery pappus, which allows it to disperse by wind. These seed pods earlier in the year, before they've, kind of reached this stage, are usually kind of milky, and it's where milkweed possibly gets its name from. Milkweed, or Asclepias. This red berry here belongs to Multiflora rose, from the Rosaceae family. It's kind of like, a blackberry in that it's got like these barbed, sort of woody stems, but instead of giving off like a blackberry, it gives off the single sort of dark red berry. This is kind of interesting. See these little bits right here? See this? This is a snapping turtle egg. Snapping turtles usually like to climb up a hillside, dig out a hole, bury their eggs, and then when the babies hatch, they work their way down their hill into the pond. Judging by the softness of these eggs, it's likely that they were dug up beforehand, either by like a dog or a coyote, or maybe even a raccoon or something like that. It's a delicious treat for some animal. I appreciate public art. This one's kind of weird.
The leaves. I forget what it's called. But that might be what they did.